quite a bit of driving today. I'm back home where it's all happening. And here we come to the realm of the most infamous restaurant of the day. And of course, the Celebrity Center, where celebrities congregate to feel the heat of their awesomeness as they rub up against each other and generate even more celebrity heat. So, what's going down, people? Has the show formally begun? Uh-oh. I see somebody I know. Hello! Good to see you.
Yes, good to see you.
How are you?
Great. How are you?
Good. I just came back from a wild road trip of I went to Fresno,
Wow. In this
San
short time?
Francisco,
Holy
and
moly.
San Jose this morning. And they didn't expect me at any of those
This
places.
morning?
Yeah, I just got in.
Great to have you back.
Great to be back. So I heard you were looking for me. I sent you a message. Did you get it?
Oh, it wasn't you.
It wasn't me. Oh, everybody said she's looking for you. She needs you about the cop stuff, I guess.
No, I did. I got it.
Yeah, cool. So, yeah.
And you want to hear something else?
Tell me.
I was funny. One of the supporters was talking to me earlier and saying, "Oh, are you seeing what's going on in Austin? Dave just showed up," and I was like, "Great, awesome!" And they're like, "No, Dave Miscavige," but I.
You were thinking of me?
I was like, great, awesome.
Davey Mismanige is in Austin?
Davey Mismanige. I was like, yeah, really awesome. Glad that Davey went there. She's like, and I was like, I read it again. I was like, oh no, I thought you were talking about Davey Mismanige went there. And she's like, I was worried for a second.
That's funny. Well, you know, I like to go to those places where nobody's been to San Francisco before yesterday.
Really?
And they had way too much activity going on for my comfort level. So, I mean, you know, it's still like disaster for them, of course, but
Shay, thank you for trying to make me
I gotta see this drinks menu. This is genius. The new drink menu of La Poubelle. A lot of drink options, which is very nice of them. And here's the freed man exercising his freedoms.
Hello, Mr. Davey Mismanige.
Hey.
How you doing, sweetie? Good to meet you. I'm Terry Anderson.
Oh, hi, Terry. Good to meet you.
You too. I'm here with a purpose, just like all you guys.
Yeah? Awesome. Dude, welcome back. The infamous van in all its glory. Whoever controls the media controls the mind. And you are beautiful. And he means it for you guys. the people that make this all possible. So, and the Celebrity Center lit up in its full glory. So yeah, good to be back. Very awesome. Nobody can put an outfit together like DOA. His regalness is sorry if my brain's a little frazzled from 400 miles of driving today, but had to get here for the festivities and welcome you guys back to the home front, the epicenter. The epicenter is epicentering. Excuse me. Yeah. So let's go take a walk over by the celebrities. See if we can spot Little Tommy or Little Davey or any of the people that make the Celebrity Center what it is. Not the people who are swindled by the illusion of potential fame. The old Hollywood swindle. Promise people fame and they'll do anything for you. And it's an old story in Hollywood. And this place does it on another level. This place does it on the, join the elite club. It's not like the casting couch. It's far more of an incel type of energy than a casting couch. But, there's a promise. Look at that. Look at that. As I approach, the gates start closing even when a car is leaving. Isn't that amazing? The timing. That's amazing. You got to hand it to them. Oh, look at that. The way to happiness, precept 18. Respect the religious beliefs of others. Ooh, burn. Respect the religious beliefs of others. That's what Scientology does when they X out the cross and try to, what do they call it? They try to act like maybe they're kind of Christian, but, they X out the cross. And apparently, I don't know what it is now, but apparently L. Ron Hubbard had some kind of deal where at OT8 or something, you pledged your life to Satan, or it was some kind of deal with the devil kind of thing. And certain people who thought they could be Christians and Scientologists at the same time got a kind of rude awakening when that happened. They didn't see that one coming, but anybody who's studied L. Ron Hubbard enough would not be too shocked about that kind of development. Not at all. So here we go around the Celebrity Center zone, just seeing if there's anything interesting going on that we don't know about. You know, the perimeter must be walked, and we must keep an eye on any of the shenanigans that might be happening way behind the scenes. And not too many shenanigans, because it's hard to have a lot of shenanigans with no humans around. And that's what Scientology is known for these days, a lack of humans. Homo novus or Homo sapien. A lack of both types of humans. So we'll see if there's anything brewing around here. Spikes. Got to have spikes on the fence to maintain the Scientological vibe. So yes, here we're at the back, the staff entrance, where Davey Mismanige comes in to serve the celebrities every whim, if they can find one, which usually they cannot. Usually there aren't a lot of celebrities at the Celebrity Center. Usually there are people that either have a lot of money, have some kind of connection with the entertainment industry, or more likely they are desperate wannabe actors that just came into town, and they're kind of blown away by the attention they get, the fact that they are invited to the Celebrity Center. It makes them feel important. It makes them feel like they have arrived in Hollywood, and that they're that much closer to their goal. So it's a powerful marketing tool. And you know, some of those wannabe actors have rich parents that subsidize their life, and so they can come, and they arrive in LA, and their parents don't know anything about Scientology, what with being from Omaha or whatever, and so they say, "Mom, Dad, I got invited to the Celebrity Center to do acting classes. That's where Tom Cruise and John Travolta hang out. Oh my God." Or, I wish I could do a more, oh my God. No, that's not John Travolta. John Travolta does an oh my God that I cannot do. Oh my God. No. I'm lame at it. But anyway, if they arrive here thinking they're going to meet celebrities, they soon find out that's probably not going to happen, actually. Private property, no trespassing, is the theme of the day ever since this morning, when I came upon the San Jose org, what was it, Stevens Creek or something, and got a kind of chilly reception over there in San Jose. You can check it out on my earlier live stream. But yeah, the reception wasn't completely friendly, let's say. And so, but you know, we kept going with it, and saw whatever there was to see, which wasn't much. And compared to around here, it was kind of in a dilapidated state, you could call it. There was a lot of N-theta energy, a lot of overts, withholds, that sort of thing going on over there in San Jose. Obviously not an epicenter kind of zone. like what we have here. And so, yeah, here we have the real necropolis, which is Scientology, the city of the dead, the place where the windows are covered and sometimes they turn on the lights in the room to make you think, you know, maybe there are humans in there. But generally there are not. And if there aren't many. Not many at all. It is a place kind of devoid of humanity. Even the humans here don't really seem to have a lot of humanity. And that's always interesting to take note of course. Oh, sorry if you had a little glitch there. I was just looking because I don't see comments, and I changed the way that they come up. So if you guys are leaving comments, I'm not seeing them because I thought I was changing the settings so that I would be able to see the comments better afterwards. But it looks like now I'm not seeing them now, unless nobody's commenting. But I've never gone this long with nobody commenting, so I probably screwed up. So if you guys are sending anything, I'm sorry, I can't see it. I messed up on the computer, and it'll just have to be a one-way communication. Sorry, I'm still learning. Today is my 2-month anniversary of, I believe it's exactly 2 months since I did my first video. And I want to thank you guys for getting me off to a nice start. I'm at right around 2,200 subscribers now, and I'm pleased with that. Obviously, I could get greedy and want millions, and yeah, doesn't everybody, right? But you know, I'm really happy with that, and I'm really touched by the positive energy that I've received from so many of you guys. It's an amazing thing to connect with so many strangers over such a wide area, and you know, to have this kind of common goal, this common bond, and share it with everybody. It's something I've been participating in, like you guys, as an observer for almost 2 decades now. And all right, full moon in the distance, looking nice. Yeah, so to jump into the fray, and anybody having an idea that you might want to jump into the fray and start videoing, start filming. It doesn't even have to be Scientology, obviously, but obviously you're interested in the Scientology story if you are here. And so, you know, if there's anything near you, get over there. You don't have to do much with it. You could always send it to one of us and have us upload it for you. I'm sure every one of us would be happy to do that. Just pick your person, and so the night is young, and we'll see what happens with it. But so apparently La Poubelle restaurant not only condones violence, and you know, I'm hearing this secondhand, But they seem to have been promoting it and promoting the idea of people messing with protesters. And that's not cool, and that's not very patriotic of them to be messing with the First Amendment rights of people who have an actual point. You know, we have a real grievance here. It would be one thing, I talk a lot about PR responses, right? And like how to deal with it. I think I've said it before. If the owner of La Poubelle said, hey, I really thought he was innocent. He swore up and down that he was innocent, and I believed him. My bad. I was stupid. I should never have believed him. Blah, 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 blah. I'm sorry, whatnot. This wouldn't be happening. You know, it's a matter of damage control. And if your damage control strategy is to come out and attack protesters, that's probably not going to control the damage. That's going to probably mess up your reputation even more. So it might be something to not do, you know? Just me spitballing here, but might not be what you want to do in terms of PR. Isn't it amazing that in this era of wokeness and feminism and whatnot, that a place like this that backs up a guy who serially abuses women in almost the worst possible way is still in business, still has female customers. Isn't that crazy? You would think that in this, I mean, you know, a lot of people who are out there complaining about all the woke stuff. Well, you would think if everybody was that woke, nobody'd be going to this place. So I guess there's some lapses in the wokeness. I think maybe that idea of wokeness has been overblown a little bit, because I don't see how this place could continue on in a true era of women's rights, feminism, equality, any of that stuff. How could a place that stands behind somebody who did what Danny Masterson did continue in this so-called era of wokeness? I don't get it. I don't get how people hear this story and decide to be on the side of Danny Masterson or La Poubelle. It doesn't make any sense to me. And you don't have to be woke to not want to see women get abused, okay? I mean, let's not make this a total left-wing, right-wing paradigm thing. Ideally, nobody wants to see that happen. And for the public to continue going here, now, we don't have numbers. We don't know how much their numbers have dropped. We don't know if the protesting has had any impact on that. But it certainly hasn't made it completely empty, that's for sure. Just like Scientology. You would think by now everybody knew everything they needed to know about Scientology. And to be fair, nobody's really joining now. Not nobody, but hardly anybody is just coming in fresh and joining. There are some people that don't know what's going on, that are low information voters when it comes to Scientology. But it's amazing that they can pull anybody in at all. anytime I go to one of these orgs and I see people driving up, walking up or anything, I'm kind of shocked. Now, I understand if you've been doing it your whole life. Okay, you were born into it. You were born hypnotized into L. Ron Hubbard's thing. Okay, fine. But, okay, even then, time to wake up. Time to wake up and smell well, let's see what we're going to smell. Let's review the drink options here at La Poubelle.
Oh, they're probably just...
I will not be reading these all because that can have an impact that I don't want. But the new drink menu, apparently, it's a little bit unusual. Not your normal drink menu that you would see in most places, not at all. So the evening is just warming up, and the perpetrators hide behind their version of window tech. Isn't it interesting that all Scientologically linked places have some kind of window tech, some kind of way of obscuring their activities from the public through the bold use of window technology. Now you can see it's a little reflective there. And when I first looked in here, I was like, am I seeing inside? No, you're not seeing inside. This is some plastic over some dark blue. And like all those masked Scientologists who are wearing a mask while they are riding in their car alone because they don't want to be spotted by the families that miss them, the families that would like to have them back. Because of that, they hide. They hide their face, they hide their identity, and because they're in such hiding, they think that if they film us, that we will cringe in horror the way they do. But we don't, because we're filming ourselves, each other, Scientology, constantly. And it's like the woman in San Jose today, if you didn't see my live stream from there, I went in and I asked, may I requested an interview. I introduced myself as Davey Mismanige from SBTV. And the near corpse at the reception desk seemed a little bit flustered, but, you know, in a more senile type of way. Bless his heart, as they would say in the South. Bless his heart. And and so he called somebody. You know, he's talking about, well, we don't really have press people here, whatever. And I was like, that's okay. You know, any dedicated Scientologist will do, of course. And so, so he called for assistance. And assistance he did receive in the form of an interbulated person. A very interbulated woman who seemed to not know what to do with sweet me with a camera. Okay? It's not that hard. Just say hi. Let me ask my questions. maybe answer some. Maybe have a PR spiel ready to go. Maybe be rehearsed. Okay, if politicians can lie, can't you? Scientology? What you do, obviously. But a lot of times, instead of taking the opportunity to lie, you run away. And it's sad. And for somebody, so flawless, and awesome on so many levels, don't you think you could do a little bit of PR training, be able to answer questions? Oh no, but you can't answer questions, because how can you answer questions to the press when L. Ron Hubbard's policy is always attack, never defend. Always attack, never defend. Well, if that's your policy, you can't just answer questions. You can't just explain your religion, because that would be defending. So that's like breaking the cardinal rule. So you're stuck, you're stymied, and you have no moves. Because you would think any organization has a press spokesperson, right? Especially if they claim they're the fastest growing religion on earth, and they are the only ones with the potential to solve all the problems on earth. And they can't even have one designated person to answer questions? Isn't that amazing? Tommy Davis was doing this before. Tommy Davis was their spokesperson. But Tommy Davis happened to have quite the ego. And when Leah Remini asked, "Hey, where's Shelley?" A question that would be asked millions of times after that, but we got to give it to Leah Remini. She was the first person to ask that question. "Hey, where's Shelley?" And what did Tommy Davis, the spokesman for the Church of Scientology, what did he say to Leah Remini? He said, "You don't have the effing rank to ask that question." And Leah was like, "What? Like, that's like one of my best friends, and she's not at the wedding of the century. It's kind of a normal question." And there's Davey Mismanige over with some hot young chick that looks like his date. And I'm kind of curious, Tommy Davis, kind of curious, what's up here? And no, that started the long slide toward, well, first, I think Leah spent $300,000 on sec checking, some ridiculous amount like that. Like, they had her in there for weeks, or I don't know the exact time. But they were sec checking her, like, what are your crimes? What are your evil thoughts? What what's all the stuff you've been up to? And so that kind of alienated Leah Remini. And then guess what happened? Then we have 3 seasons of Scientology in the aftermath. Just because Tommy Davis pissed off the wrong person and burned a bridge that you don't want to burn, and started a new era of Scientological awesomeness, where even more people, millions more people, found out of the scandal that is the Church of Scientology. Because the whole thing is a scandal. The whole thing is a scam. And it's a con. It's a scam for money and scamming people for their labor and literally taking lives, taking children like Jenna Miscavige, putting them into forced labor as children. I mean, they're doing like chain gang jobs, you know, busting rocks and stuff, you know, hauling heavy stuff as children with developing bodies. And so this is being exposed. And the fact that it's still allowed to exist, the fact that there aren't 1,000 FBI task forces going after this shit is ridiculous. What the hell? It makes you kind of, you know, a little conspiracy minded. God forbid. But the fact that we have politicians remaining silent, police obviously complicit, and the fact that this is allowed to continue at all means somebody is either lazy or evil. And not just one person, but groups of people. There is laziness because, you know, once you open the file, you open a big can of worms. Like the IRS found out when Scientology basically terrorized them. All right. DOA. A star greeting his fans on the streets of Hollywood. It's a beautiful thing to see. Makes you want to get arrested, but not that much, actually. 5 days in the jail doesn't sound like a good deal to me. But I have a hell of a lot of respect for the dude, man, because immediately when he came out, he wanted to come back here, and he was worried about Josiah. And that's the kind of guy he is. He cares about other people. He's a wild man for a good cause, and that's what we need. Because a lot of us, you know, we grew up pretty much, you know, playing it straight. For the most part. Nothing major. And we think, you know, hey, the cops are good guys, and they come when you're in trouble and help you out. And yeah, there might be a little corruption here and there, but, you know, it's not this huge epidemic, of course. And then you get out here and you see this stuff going down, and you realize the system is dirty. And it takes a lot of dirty players to create a dirty system. It takes a lot of people asleep at the wheel or complicit in the evil. And it's a combination of both. It's not one or the other. It's definitely a combination of both. But where are the politicians to tell the cops we want action? Are the politicians afraid of Scientology? Or are they in agreement with Scientology? I want to know. Inquiring minds want to know. Again, I'm sorry, you guys, I don't see comments. I changed some settings, not knowing what I was doing, what I was intending. is that I was going to be able to see all the comments afterwards. And then when I started the live stream, now I see no comments. So I'm not ignoring anybody. If you are sending comments, I can't believe I've never gone 40 minutes without getting a single comment. So if you are leaving comments, I will go back over this and I will respond to everybody. Unless you're a Scientology troll or something, then I won't. But I respond to most comments, unless it's just emojis, because I don't know what they mean, because I have lost my ability to read Egyptian hieroglyphs. I'm sure in one of my past lives I was very good at reading hieroglyphs, but somehow in the reincarnational process I seem to have lost that ability. It's a shame, and I apologize to my fans for that. Look at me, I just said my fans. Oh man, is this getting to my head or what? So, we await what we await, and who knows what's going to happen. Always drama here at La Poubelle, the trash can of Hollywood. And the trash can doesn't disappoint. Trash cans are breeding grounds for things like maggots, other types of species. And one of those maggots, apparently, the only place they could find to put him where he would be safe is the hospice unit of his prison. Isn't that amazing? That a fit guy like that. How you doing, man? A guy like that ends up where the only place he can feel safe, despite all his Scientology superpowers, his OT powers, his command over the messed universe, matter, energy, space, and time. We know Danny has full command over all elements of the messed universe, and yet he does not have command over Bubba and what Bubba would like to do to him in the slammer. So it's interesting. Do Scientology powers end where the slamming gates begin? That is a question that we're all pondering these days. Actually, when I was driving up to the Bay Area, I passed a sign that said Corcoran, and so I actually exited the freeway. I thought I'd do a little quick thing in front of the Corcoran prison, where Danny was before he was transferred to his luxury hospice locale. And but when I exited the freeway, then it said Corcoran 17 miles. And I had other business in Fresno, so I wasn't going to go 34 miles out of my way to stand in front of a prison that Danny's no longer in. So that plan got canceled very quickly when I saw that sign. And then I went to Fresno. And those of you who've seen the Fresno live stream know that the Fresnoids, or what do you call people from Fresno? Well, since the chat's not working here and I don't see anybody's response, I shouldn't ask questions probably. Anyway, the Fresno women at that mission, that was not an org, that was a mission, they seemed a little surprised to see me. And like a normal Scientologist, head down, hunkering down, just wishing it would just go away. Jeffrey Augustine, all the stars.
Wow, drink menu. I just wish it was actually like
The stars are out tonight. The first time I saw Jeffrey Augustine was a few months ago at a protest that was being held right across the street there, right along that area of the Scientology Celebrity Center. And when I saw him, since I had been seeing him from time to time on the internet for like 10, 15, 20 years, whatever it's been, you know, it was like a movie star sighting. So I actually did see a star at the Celebrity Center. And so now he is a part of this quite often. A couple months ago, he was out with the billion-year contract showing everybody. That was cool, seeing a real billion-year contract. Jeffrey Augustine has a lot of very juicy inside information on Scientology that most people do not possess. So, good to see him out here. I was very bummed once again that Tory Christman went to Big Blue at a time that I was not there. I was actually driving back from the Bay Area on I-5 and monitoring the live streams with Aaron and all that. And it was like Tori was there, and I was like, oh man, I missed her again. One of my biggest ex-Scientology heroes of all time, Tori Christman, Tori Magoo. So yeah, that was a bummer to miss her again. And passenger loading only. So we'll see if there's passenger loading happening here. But anyway, it's been a very eventful few days now of going to some of the most underserved locations by the protesters. As far as I know, I'm the first one at Fresno, San Francisco, and San Jose. That's as far as I know. If I'm wrong, I'm willing to admit it and not trying to take all the glory from whoever might have been there before me. But it sounds like nobody was. So that's a victory, and definitely nobody's there regularly. I would have seen it if somebody was there very often, because whenever any new protester comes up in any city, I follow them immediately. So YouTube always makes sure to give me their info, to show me their first video. So that's a good thing. So anyway, we await the crescendo of the evening. I mean, it's very amazing that there are, I mean, look around. No police cars, no sirens, no lights, no fire trucks, no fire ambulances. What's going wrong? What are we missing here? That is the question. What are we missing? I feel like continually reminding the Celebrity Center that they haven't been forgotten. It would be a shame if they thought it was all about La Poubelle and that it had nothing to do with them. Because it has everything to do with them. Because they are the nexus of evil in this story. They are the people who did not allow the victims to report the assaults of Danny Masterson, because in Scientology you can't, I mean, you could snitch on Scientologists all day long within Scientology. In fact, if you don't, you'll be in trouble. If you know of anything, any wrongdoing, any en theta, you must snitch. You must be a narc, a rat. But no matter what a Scientologist does to you, no matter how victimized you get by a Scientologist, you must not tell the authorities. It is not allowed. It is a high crime. It could get you kicked out of Scientology, which could be a major blessing, obviously, but they don't know that. And they have their whole lives wrapped up in Scientology, so they don't want to have the rug pulled out from underneath. And let's see, is the gate open? Is the gate closed? Are they going to close it real quick? It's all closed. It's locked down here. It's Scientologically locked down, impervious to en theta from the outside world, impervious to new ideas. Why would you want new ideas? L. Ron Hubbard already came up with all the best ideas. Why do you need to improve on that? You can't improve on that, of course. According to Scientology, nothing new can ever be developed. That would be squirreling the tech. Squirreling the tech. You wouldn't want to squirrel the tech, would you? No, you would not. You would never want to squirrel the tech. So Scientology cannot be improved upon. That's not allowed. That is an abomination. If you think you can improve on L. Ron Hubbard, I mean, who do you think you are? That you have ideas that could improve on L. Ron Hubbard technology? Impossible! That could never happen. Get real, people. So, you're not allowed to. It is forbidden by Scientology law. And so therefore, in an era where gay marriage is the law of the land, decided by a very conservative Supreme Court, Scientology cannot upgrade its ideas to reflect that evolutionary step of society. They can't do it. It would ruin everything if they tried, according to them. Okay.
This chat was worried about you when you went off walking by yourself. Like, not Davey. We were coming to get you, and then
Yeah.
by some people.
No, we can't let them forget that they're the true epicenter of this drama, you know.
So like even the wine.
What's your channel?
No Name D. So on YouTube, I'm _ No Name D16.
Okay, great. I probably follow you, but if I don't, I will. No, I don't?
No, but I haven't streamed because I don't have a following.
The same experience that I had in
Oh, okay. No Name D. Awesome. Every time somebody does that, when I watch it on TV, you know, I can't read it at all. so I always read it out, you know.
Just look for the helmet and the glasses. Under No Name D.
Well, speaking of glasses, I owe my people the full regalia. Okay, everybody, get ready for Glarzok.
Okay.
There we go. Now we're fully suited up for the occasion. And yeah, I like these glasses. I think I'm gonna have to get 20 different pairs in different colors. And for whoever said, do I have an Amazon wish list? I'm gonna get onto that. And I think there's gonna be multiple hats and multiple glasses involved in that wish list, as well as some more ambitious items. But even though I'm not channeling the Honorable Glarzok right now, I feel the occasion warrants full regalia. And I wish I could see what you guys thought, because I can't, because I messed up and made it so I can't see the comments. So if you've come on recently, whatever I did to set this up, I changed some settings around the comments. I thought I'd be able to read them more easily afterwards, and that was my intention. And now as I'm doing the live stream, I don't see any comments whatsoever. So I apologize to anybody I am not answering. And if there would happen to be a super chat, which no expectation, but if there would happen to be, you will get extra special attention later. And yes, I will be conveying all apologies, because there's no excuse. See, I do defend and not attack. See, if it was Scientology, I would say, yeah, but what did you do? How did you pull it in? How did you pull in not being visible to me in the comments? How did you pull that in? How did you pull that in? See, but, you know, I have a little bit more conscience than Scientology, so I don't do that. Anyway, I gotta say, I don't mind the way these glasses look on. It's kind of, no matter how ridiculous they are, it kind of works, in my humble opinion, in my sartorial wisdom here. But always good for the crowd, you know. Always good to catch the reactions, because nothing's more popular than aliens, right? So if you see any funny looks from people, that's because I'm still wearing the glasses in order to hail Xenu and Glarzok and all such entities of the Galactic Federation.
He's talking Xenu talk over here.
I am Glarzok. I am father of Xenu.
This is Battlefield Earth himself.
My son Xenu was the equivalent of 11 years old, and I let him play in his room in the afternoon with a slightly uninhabited quadrant of the Galactic Federation. And when I came back to his room, he had invented Scientology. And I'm like, Xenu.
What a guy.
What a guy. You know, I mean, he's a precocious young lad, but...
Is it Xenu or Xenu?
Well, you know...
Ron Hubbard says it in two different ways.
Because, you know, your Homo sapien vocal cords could not pronounce the actual word. So, you know, there is no way to actually do it in human lettering, you know.
Maybe it was a cool cigarette that he smoked till he died.
Yeah.
just
I mean, nothing like cool cigarettes.
my dentist told me a long time ago, only eat in a box.
There we go. And they didn't even consult the drink menu. Can you imagine that?
I didn't want
Oh,
to.
here's a good selfie opportunity.
I did not
Here we
want
go. Now, Glorzok
I told my mother.
with the
Wednesday's my birthday, so it's time to take a shower.
with the La Poubelle. Oh, the backwards La Poubelle drink menu.
You say yes.
So yeah, that didn't work as well as I thought. But anyway, we are representing this quadrant of the Galactic Federation. No, I'm Glarzok.
Okay, well, I
I'm
think you're,
Xenu's daddy.
you're Xenu's daddy?
Yes,
Who's
you
your
didn't
daddy,
know that?
Who's your daddy, Xenu?
Me, that's right, Xenu. Xenu, you were a bad boy inventing that Scientology. But it was humorous for the members of our interplanetary federation, Galactic Federation in your language. So here we are, what it is. All the awesomeness of Hollywood, including alien full regalia. Oh, I just noticed that raising my eyebrows for emphasis has no impact on this situation. Oh no. Facial expressions are becoming meaningless in our new galactic empire.
Paying all the money again.
Flashback, garageback. That's an approximation of our language, which L. Ron Hubbard was quite adept at. L. Ron Hubbard had the necessary glottal modifications in order to approximate the sounds of our native language, which made his communications with Xenu that much more effective, obviously, as you all could assume, of course. And like usual,
Yes, drugs. Bring the drugs.
it's a party out here. And there goes the drama marching down the street. But we can't leave these people unattended. Can't do that.
Living in your van. And guess what? He doesn't have any rent.
And now we come into the Zen. La Pubi. We have incomplete art. That will be completed, obviously. And we will guard the art of the master while he's off on his assignment to rid the world of evil. We will protect the private property of the man known as DOA, because it would be a shame to see anything happen to this art. That would truly be a shame. Just like the karmic stench emanating from the patrons of this location. The karmic stench. Oh my God. Karmic stench. Nothing like a little karmic stench to keep the world going. And here he comes. The master of ceremonies.
He doesn't wear socks.
The royal one.
Danielle M. Littell. Oh, so, she's a pole art. Yes.
Hey, man.
It's so awesome. that was worth it for the whole night to hear her say that inside. Sitting on my knees, and I hear her saying, "How did they find my Instagram?"
Oh, that's funny.
What's up? What are you doing? Boycotting La Poubelle. This restaurant right here. Why? What are they doing? Getting mattresses, rape three women. One of the women was
So anyway, hey, how's it going? Another person getting a history lesson back there, but we know the story. So we will come over and gaze upon the awesomeness over here a little bit more. Iconoclastic Gypsy. Make sure that you are subscribed to DOA and me. Don't forget me, but definitely DOA, because this dude is a one-of-a-kind dude, and one-of-a-kind people need all of our support because they contribute way more than their fair share to society. It might look crazy, but it's quite effective. How'd you pull that in? Oh my God. You got what? They're very cool boots.
They saved me.
Yes. Not a Scientologist, just little inside joke here. Defender. Advance. Little superhero action. Nice. Oh, do we have attacking customers again? Oh no. Have they unleashed the pit bulls from La Poubelle? Are the rats leaving the garbage can, attacking the humans? It would seem that may be the case. You know, when you shake up those garbage cans, when you really shake up the cans, not the Scientology cans, the garbage cans, les poubelles, the plural of la poubelle, when you shake up the garbage cans, rats tend to scatter. It's physics, biology, chemistry, I don't know. But it seems to be a natural law that...
What side are you on?
What side am I on?
Yeah.
The side of truth
Which one's
and
that?
justice. And hold on.
Is that anti-rape or
Hold on. Dude. Let's not say that word too much on
sorry.
here.
Yeah.
It's not really a good thing
Is that
for...
anti-Danny Masterson or
I am
pro?
for the Xenu Society of Alien Intervention on this quadrant of the Galactic Federation. That is the side that I am on, and I'm sticking to my story.
I love that.
Because my name is Glarzok. I am the father of Xenu. And Xenu is the alien, my son,
Right.
who channeled
Yeah.
all of L. Ron Hubbard's writings, including
Where did you go
Scientology.
wrong raising the lad?
You know, I let him go play in an uninhabited quadrant of the Galactic Federation for an
Was
afternoon.
there LSD?
And because of the time distortion between our quadrants, it ended up being 60 years on Earth. And when I came back, he had invented Scientology, that little rascal.
Oh, yeah.
And so, you know,
Kids, you never know.
I know. I mean, you know, I thought, you know, we were having a permissive moment in the culture of our society, and we were believing in permissive child raising techniques temporarily, but Xenu proved us wrong, and we realized through the efforts of the great channel Davey Mismanige, who is the owner of this physical form when I am not being channeled through him, that
Now, just to interject, did you ever have a second life?
second,
Oh,
dude,
That was a long time ago.
there's a lot of lives, man. There's
a lot of lives.
billions of lives,
Well, is Xenu a
trillions of
polygamist?
lives.
I'm trying to get at, is Xenu a polygamist?
Nah, Xenu was 11, you know, it was an afternoon, right? Now he's 11 and a half. You know, he's learned.
How old was he when you made Scientology?
11.
Oh, hell
Yeah, because the time distortion, you know.
So now he's 11 and a half?
Now he's just 11 and a half, right? He learned his lesson. He's back in
All
school.
those people into the volcanoes.
No, he was just grandstanding with that story. He never did any of that. That was just his little, you know, prepubescent fantasy.
But he made a lot of people believe it. That's amazing.
Well, no, L. Ron Hubbard did that through his satanic technology. Yeah, L. Ron Hubbard and Aleister Crowley, through the satanic verses, learned how to influence gullible humans who are going through crises in their lives. And, you know, it's a brilliant way to manipulate, but those days are over, because now, as we are commencing our outreach program across the galaxy, all planetary systems must be merged into a common ethos.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I think I don't really claim to understand any.
Well, no, of course, your human brain cannot comprehend our
No, the
concepts.
word in Scientology is humanoid.
Humanoid?
Yeah, it's like say, don't make a humanoid computation. That's a humanoid computation. Stop
Well,
playing with the reactive bank.
my son was brilliant when he did come up with that terminology.
Did you support him?
What's
Throughout
that?
his journey?
Well, you know, I'm a dad, so I have unconditional love for my son, of course, you know, as you do. I mean, even when they do evil things, you still love them. You still remember, you know, when that green ooze was coming out of their orifice when they were young,
And
and
that egg cracked and he like popped out of there.
yeah, you know, and all the chirping sounds and whatnot, you know.
Took the DC-8
So, you know, it really warms your third heart to the left of center, and you know, you get kind of nostalgic, and then you say, okay, well, it was only Earth anyway, so who really cares?
When you feel proud when you walk by here and you see the big building. I don't know, people making big.
Yeah, this is a monstrosity that needs to be eliminated, because I mean, the building doesn't need to be eliminated, but you know, like this building, you know what this was built for? Now I'm fogging up, so I'm gonna have to go back into non-channeling mode. This building was envisioned as like an apartment building for movie stars. Like all these movie stars used to live there, like Cary Grant, whatever. And
What happened to him? It's now.
well, they're all dead now, but
Oh.
I don't know what happened in the interim, but now there aren't a lot of movie stars there anymore, even though it's probably the
Why don't
most
they just use it as a like fun place to go to, like come to the
it not as fun as you think. I mean, they do like purification, you know, the purification rundown. Oh, you know all this stuff, huh? Yeah. Like 4 hours of sauna a day and taking niacin and having your, the flushing of your skin, whatnot. Yeah, it's,
How does it flush your skin?
when you take niacin, like if you take a lot of niacin, it makes your skin get really red and like itchy. And so they claim that if you take all this niacin, like really toxic levels of niacin, that then you're gonna sweat out all your impurities. And then they're in the sauna like 4 hours a day. Have you ever seen Reckless Ben? No? Oh, well, at your age, you must see Reckless Ben. No, he's a wild man. He went in there, he like wore hidden cameras and went into Scientology and like joined the Sea Org and stuff, signed a billion-year contract.
Well, how do you get
out of it?
Oh, you just say F you and walk across the street, you know?
Well, but it's a billion years.
But not.
Yeah, well, try to enforce a billion-year contract to a judge. Hey, man, the billion years aren't up. You still have 999,994 years, dude. You know, so yeah, the judge would be like, that's not really that enforceable, actually. You know? How are you going to enforce a contract that includes reincarnation into 12 million lifetimes, right? You're committing to 12 million lifetimes.
Why wouldn't they make the contract like 80 years or something so that you could like bring it to a judge if they try to leave?
They're not trying to be realistic. It's Scientology, man. How you doing, dude?
Coming out of a fucking volcano.
Job did it with a fish.
No, L. Ron Hubbard wrote more fiction than any other human on Earth.
No, he was a sci-fi man.
Yeah, sci-fi. Yeah, junk right. He would have like a roll like of just a roll of paper. He built a special thing onto the typewriter, so it would just be a roll, like 100-foot long roll of paper, and he would just type a book, and then okay, publish it, type another one. You know, I mean, he'd like write a book every day or something. But, you know, no proofreading, editing, no.
You know about the Bohemian Grove?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
That's also a story.
Yeah, that's,
You wearing my shirt?
Yeah.
yeah, that's, what's that?
Do your lives do good?
Is what?
Do your lives do good?
Yeah. I mean, this one, I have 33 now, you know, that's not huge, but I only started 2 months ago, so I'm very happy with it.
Where did that guy with the cape go?
I don't know. He's wandering around. DOA? You know him?
You should just climb the fence. Bro, get in there.
You climb the fence. You think my fat ass would make it over that fence?
I do wonder what's on the other side.
You can go and sign up.
Yeah, what'd he say?
Oh, you can
My friend.
look over the fence.
My friend's stepdad goes and checks the fire alarms in the blue one.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and whenever he touches something,
Now he
they go
doesn't
and-
anymore because you're on live stream. He's fired.
No, and then they go and fucking like fog it down or whatever with like a machine. Well, after he touches it, yeah.
So I had a friend, like my best friend, like 2 years ago. I'm not gonna say his name, but
Yeah.
whatever. But I'm not lying to you. So I had a best friend, and we were like 13, and we started smoking weed together. And his parents are very high up in the church, and I guess I didn't know this about the church. Very anti-drug.
Yeah, totally.
And
Except
when
niacin.
so when they found out,
What a
they,
shitty choice of drugs, man.
completely.
You could choose one drug, niacin.
When they
So what
When they
happened?
found out, they like completely cut me off. Haven't spoken to the guy since. And then his parents took him out of the school he was going to, and they put him in the Scientology school.
Oh, hell yeah.
And none of the friends that Like none of his friends that I also knew, I like asked them later, they haven't heard from him in like a year.
No.
But I hope you guys doing all right. It's all love.
Yeah. I mean, hey, he can't help it. It's his parents, whatever.
It's also like one thing that I would like to say is his parents, whether they're brainwashed or whatever, they grew up very rough. Like the mom ran away from home, and that shit like did whatever they were doing to her specifically. I don't know if it changed person to person. Whatever they do to her, I do actually think helped her to a certain extent. But
The thing is, with every cult, there's certain stuff that works, and most of that stuff is in the beginning. That's how they get you in. Right. And then, you know, I mean, because even, let's say if everything in Scientology worked, right? All the interrogation, you know, because the whole religion is basically interrogation, right? You're holding a lie detector test, being interrogated. I mean, the church services are a joke. They just do that for the tax exempt status. But, you know, Scientology, it doesn't mean anything in Scientology. So that's it. You're sitting in a room one-on-one with somebody interrogating you and looking at when the meter blips and like, oh, what were you just thinking? Right? And then Scientologists think that meter has way more powers than it has. All it can tell is like, oh, you tensed up for a second or whatever, you know, like, and that could be a million reasons. But then the person thinks, oh, they know, you know, and so they spill all their secrets. And then Scientology writes down all your secrets forever. And then you think, oh, do I really risk leaving? And they have all my secrets in a file.
Yeah, do they do anything after you like just leave on them?
Oh man, I had this guy that I've gone back and forth with. He said his dad got kicked out of Scientology like 20 years ago, and he said not a month goes by that there isn't some crap from Scientology towards him. You know, and it's like he said what he told me was that, well, the private detectives are pretty much respectful, but then they like hire crazy people to come and harass you.
Yeah.
That they can act like we got nothing to do with that person, you know. So pretty messed up. That's 20 years later. And in Scientology, they're not allowed to take you off the mailing list.
Or they just keep like mail bombing you or whatever?
Forever. For the rest of your life. They'll fine you, like you move to like Australia, you'll get a letter the next week from Scientology. Welcome to Australia, to Scientology Australia, you know. It's like, what the hell, man? I just got here. Like, yeah. So it's crazy. But you know what's fun to do? Go in and take the personality test, and every answer put like the worst possible answer. It's multiple choice.
From Scientology.
You know, it's like never, almost never, sometimes, you know, whatever, to always. And the second time I did it, I just did the most psychotic answers to every question. And I did it in Amsterdam, totally stoned, you know, so. And then they totally tried to talk me into it, and I was just like, no, I don't think that's accurate, man. Like, do you think about killing your mother? And I'd be like, sometimes, always, you know, what? Be like, always, yeah, you know. And you know, when I came out and they're like grading the test, they're kind of looking at me like, whoa, you know.
Well, what's the latest?
Not much. It's
Mindy said that Serge got assaulted, DOA, further down Bronson.
Really? Oh, man.
That's unconfirmed, but that's what I heard.
Okay. I did not know that.
I wonder which direction in Bronson.
That's why somebody earlier was saying when they saw me walking over to the celebrity center, they were like worried about me, and I was like, oh, I think I'll be okay. But
Well, I don't know. Okay,
Well, let's check it out. Here's Bronson, so let's see if there's any visual evidence of what's happening. This was the place of the infamous car, or was it the other way down Bronson? No, I don't see any sign of action that way either. And I thought I saw him walking this way. So, let's see if there's anything up. I didn't even know Serge was here yet. Haven't seen him yet, so if he just arrived and somebody assaulted him that quick. Interesting how that doesn't happen so much to me. Maybe because I'm a large dude. Maybe that creates a little deterrence. I don't know. But yeah, I don't really see any signs of activity this way. I can't imagine they really walked up in too far into the neighborhood. So maybe it was over by the Celebrity Center. We'll see. I wish I could see the comments, you guys. Sorry I messed up and now they are not visible. Are they that way or are you guessing? What's that?
Did you see any deal?
No, I didn't see anything up there. And I can't imagine they'd go very deep into the neighborhood
They were
part.
up into the hills and like uphill. They were going uphill.
Why?
Because that's where they were following the.
Oh, okay.
assaulters.
Oh, I
That's
see.
This
The
goes
border
way, this
there,
goes a long
where,
way.
we're trespassers.
Oh, really?
You get on this street, it goes a long way.
What is who's the owner of this? Or is it just...
Schwartz and Sandy, the one who assaulted me, the wife.
Yeah.
The wife who assaulted me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's all connected. Very incestuous, this corner.
Oh my
They all own
God.
this corner place here, the Oaks.
What's going on?
They're on their way
Okay.
back. Okay, Chris has them. Somebody says Chris has them and they're on their way back. Okay. Oh, so we're protesting this restaurant La Poubelle that's the one with the blue awning, because that's where Danny Masterson drugged women before he raped them, and the owner of the restaurant.
I just walk away from a lot of R-word stuff because that's not a good impact. Okay. So we have another establishment of evil, huh? Another attacker of girls. Schwartz and Sandy's Lounge. That's an interesting name. Not the most pleasant name to the ears. Schwartz and Sandy's Lounge. Attacker of Mindy. Who could attack Mindy? What the hell, man? What are you thinking? But of course they get a woman to do it, so you know it won't look as evil as it is.
Thank you for the history lesson. I'm gonna head out.
All right, man.
Stay
Good
safe.
seeing you. I hope you reconnect with that friend someday.
I hope.
Find out what happened.
I know, okay.
Yeah.
If he's a Scientologist, he just stared at me and said, talk to us, which makes me, you know, I mean, like, probably a Scientologist, because that's a very Scientologist thing to do. They're told not to talk to us because we're suppressive people. Whereas I feel like if you were a security guard,
So I guess we'll have a nice dramatic story with the return of DOA. And definitely a little less dramatic around these parks right now.
love food. I'm sorry. I love food.
This one's off the
Oh, hey, finally, we do have a police car nearby. We don't know if it's really connected, but usually it is. So if it's not at all, that would be historical. Yep, there they are, stopping in front of La Poubelle. Lights, camera, action.
supposed to have outdoor dining under it. They don't have any dining. So technically, this isn't allowed.
Now, what's the big complaint?
I haven't done anything wrong.
Hi, how are you?
Oh, going indoors, going in to talk to
What's wrong? Chris.
the owners. Oh my God, that is the shortest police stop I have ever witnessed related to Scientology, La Poubelle, or any of this stuff. Do we have police efficiency now? That would be a good thing. I mean, if they could just walk in like there, find out, yep, nothing here, nothing to see, people, move along, and then they move along. What a beautiful thing. That's something the police should learn to do more of. To just notice they have no role here. There is no crime being committed. And we don't require their assistance. So they may depart. Usually it's at least a 30-minute situation. No matter when they come, no matter why they come, it's a half an hour of like 10 cops standing around and whatever. And, you know, and now it seems that that's not the deal. So good. Okay, you guys, I'm going to take a 15-minute break, and I will be back after that. Rest my voice a little bit. Bye-bye.